What's up, ladies and gentlemen? XLM with you, back with another video. Hope you guys had an amazing week. We have some news from Stellar, some latest updated news on what they're doing. Before we get into it, nothing on this channel is financial advice. It's educational purposes only. Let's look into this, right? So they've become first blockchain to represent the CFTC, and we'll go into that, right? So SDF blog representing blockchain on the Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Global Market Advisory Committee. Now, what's interesting is when it comes to the derivatives markets and all of those stuff in corridors, we've been paying attention more towards XRP and those kind of stuff because of the on-demand liquidity. But it's interesting because the XLM XRP twin flame, so they have everything or everyone focused on that so much, while they're also working on this end of the spectrum with this technology, similar aspects to XRP, practically does the same functions, right? So with the recent launch of its global markets advice, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFTC) is bringing its leadership and expertise to the discussion of appropriate regulation of digital asset markets. So in this article alone, I would say that there is clarity coming for Ripple and the things that are going on with XRP because they're in that discussion of regulation. Right? The inclusion of digital asset markets in the GMAC's priority demonstrates the importance of blockchain and crypto to the future of United States markets. The Stellar Development Foundation will be one of 4 crypto-focused organizations, and only one representing a blockchain to join representatives from traditional finance players such as J.PMorgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock. With Commissioner Palm and the Ham, the GMAC will guide Commission on the issues that affect the integrity and competitiveness of the U.S. markets and U.S. firms engaged in global businesses. Our inclusion in the committee marks another important moment for blockchain. I'm going to stop right there. I will leave a link in the description below, so you can check that out. And then it says, so do we hope to accomplish as the only blockchain we hope to bring the unique perspective of layer 1 protocols and what means to be the underlying infrastructure responsible for supporting and bringing to life so many promising applications of technology. They go on to talk about stablecoins and aid assist, right, that's happening, Ukraine stuff, and more on the markets. And they have these other articles with Soroban and stuff. Now we will go in more to detail now. Community Futures Trading Commission, because they're gonna be there, right? So when it comes to commissions, that means the stocks, the derivatives market, and stuff like that. I did find, and this was years ago, right? We go to the SEC article here, right? This is with Franklin Templeton Investments because it falls under the Commission's Futures Tradings, right? So this falls under that with the derivatives markets, the derivative securities, as they explain here: buying shares, investor services, selling shares, exchanging shares, account policies, right? And also the fund also tries to maintain stable price, capital and liquidity. And where I want to go to is right here. We'll highlight this, right? So Although the funds transfers in will maintain an official record of ownership in book entity form, ownership of the fund shares will also be recorded on the Stellar network, right? So we know the Stellar blockchain. That's where this commissions and trades is so important. Fundamentals is that whatever happens with the stock markets or the stuff that's happening here with Franklin Templeton is being recorded on the Stellar network. Now, apart from the token itself, which is going to do extremely well, the valuable data on the Stellar network is beyond measure for the human mind to comprehend the amount of data that this blockchain holds alone for uh, Frankel Temple and other stuff that they're bringing in from the commission, right? The As it says, an electronic distributed ledger secured using cryptography, referred to as blockchain, contains a digital record or ledger. Transaction data is permanently recorded in files called blocks. The blockchain networks are based upon software source code that establishes, governs the respective cryptographic systems to verify. The fund will not invest in any cryptocurrencies. Uh, that's something I will watch because it's the way it says they will not invest in it, but they're using the network. If they're going to use the Stellar network, they definitely do have the tokens in it, and it's that pattern of saying, or don't watch what they do, not what they say. So you gotta see what they're doing with it. If they're using the network, they guarantee do have the crypto. They're just not going to put it on this paper. But there is data of them holding that and using the network. And in the future, you'll be able to use XLM to buy stocks, right? And real businesses. And they do talk here as well, blockchain based shares. So, would record share of ownership. Fund shares will be recorded in the blockchain, and I'll leave this in the description. Right. There's another part too that's Fannie Mae, and I don't think I have anything on Fannie Mae, but from the commission itself, have some stuff uh, with Fannie Mae, and I'll leave this for you guys to read. There's Freddie Mac as well. That's what Fannie Mae is. Stuff. A corporation governs sponsored enterprises created by Congress to support the secondary mortgage market, formerly Federal National Mortgage Association, in purchases and sales residential mortgages issued by the Federal Housing Administration or guaranteed by the administration. So, right, as I showed you in this 6C article, Fannie Mae, right, and Freddie Mac. So we see that uh, with the Community Futures Trades Commissions, another thing that I found interesting was there are members of this ME Global Markets Advisory Committee, right? And I'll leave this below. You have Chris Allen, HSBC. You have Perry and Boring from the Chamber of Digital Commerce, right? You have this dude from Citadel, and then you have Jason Chalpala, Stellar Development Foundation, Chief Operating Officer, right? So you have him in here, and what was interesting when I scroll more down was I found 6 groups besides Uniswap Labs. Is we have the SGX group, which is from Singapore, and I looked into this, and they actually have a called a SGX partnership that's going on here. And the reason why I looked into that is if you have commissions, if we when you hear people talking about corridors, the main focus I know comes as on-demand liquidity and straight to the token XRP itself. But behind that, there's another software, which is the 3-quarter software and the R3 quarter settler software. So whenever people are talking about corridors, just pay have an open mind to Corda as well, because Corda plays a big role in those corridors. Uh, and then we went into the documentation of this stuff they have here. So you can start building and stuff. So what is SGX? Modern Intel CPU Skylake means that will allow software to compute on private encrypted data without revealing that data to the owner of the hardware. So that's where the CFTC Commission will use this blockchain to record this data privately, as they say concerns ledger privacy. And I'll leave this in the description box for you to read as well. And they talk about traditional blockchains. And now we're moving over to the quantum computing. And you see, I've just done a video the other week on JPK doing stuff with space and aviation stuff. Right? So this, whatever they're doing on the Stellar network, they're quite a bit of they got a very well advanced. And like just to top it all off as well, we have MoneyGram using USDC via the Stellar network. Right, so and just talking about R3 Corda and the corridors, I came back to Stellar power limits between 27 European countries, which is like the Schengen itself for traveling, and Thailand goes live as well. So through the blockchain, this article was in 2021. It's 2 years old. Velo Labs partnered with other two fintechs between 27 European countries. They're big with the EU. You can see the countries that they're working with. They paying a lot of attention to Ukraine. They're doing a lot of stuff in Ukraine. So besides the distraction of the so-called WAR, you know that there's other stuff that's going on. And I'll leave this in the description as well. They even mentioned ripples here as well. And the same article, the layer ones, the order books. All the offers in the Stellar network constitute an order book, and the Stellar holds an order book for every currency issued pair. Stellar acts as a marketplace for users to buy. So that's pretty cool that they have this going on with the commission. And you know, so I'm gonna share price wise for the XLM token. We'll have a look into that. So I haven't really looked into token in a while. Let's just look into what's the price of it. By the way, this is not financial, but just to see where the markets are at the moment, because I don't really do this all the time. But I know there's some people that would love to just check this on the channel sometimes and where things are at. So Stella's at 8 cents. Yeah, to buy it right now is still great. I think it's the best time to buy it after this news has come out. Knowing its future, the value it holds to the new uh, quantum financial computing system that's coming, the quantum financial system. So definitely XLM is doing great in that stuff. And just if you want to check out these other articles as well, they have interesting stuff. I will drop a link for this stuff as well. Just really interesting what they doing at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed me sharing this information and where I speculate things are going. And I hope you guys have a good weekend. I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.